Hey guys, welcome to MNMM PTE NAATI. This is Mohit. Today's video is about recent experience that I would like to share when we gave the exam after 7th of August 2025 changes. So this video is in regards to those changes that we have seen in the exam, our experience. We haven't got the results yet, but we definitely wanted to make a video and share this so that the students out there who are waiting to know something about what has happened in the exam, they get some idea of it and you can always make a note of it. But before I start with this video, if you're after PTE Academic, PTE Core coaching, or if you want coaching for NAATI, Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati, you can contact us on Instagram or Facebook. Simply search MNMMPT NAATI, or in the description below there will be links for Instagram, Facebook. You can click there and get in touch with us and talk to us about the coaching. We also have a WhatsApp number which is in the description below. Have a chat with our admin over there and then talk to one of us so that we can guide you as to how much time will you take to clear these exams in your very first attempt. Now let's start with the experience. So I gave exam after the changes of 7th of August 2025 here in Adelaide, and I always prefer giving exams in the morning because I'm a morning person. So it always helps you to decide first of all that, okay, if you're a morning person, evening person, or according to your work schedule, when do you think you're the most productive? That's when you should be giving the exam. Is it early in the morning? Is it midday? Is it evening? So that your brain functions properly. I always love doing that, and I give my exams in the morning because I just feel very great about it. So I did that. I gave my exam 10:15 over here in Adelaide CBD and in the morning. So when we went for the exam, obviously the things, the way the exam starts, that was exactly the same. But then when the exam started, the speaking section, which is the first section, it is a very lengthy section now because there were 32 questions in speaking section in total because you have 7 topics now. Earlier you only had 5. So you have 2 new topics: respond to a situation, topic number 6, summarize group discussion, topic number 7. So obviously, as per the normal trend, the exam started with speaking section. Now, when exam started with speaking section, the section looked a little tiring and lengthy because of the number of questions. There were total 32 questions for speaking section, and which is a lot of questions. I got 2 questions for respond to a situation, 2 questions for summarize group discussion. The questions were very straightforward. They were not very complicated, but obviously it requires practice. We have made templates for respond to a situation and summarize group discussion, which I did use in the exam. Now we are waiting for the results. Once we get the results, we will release these templates out there. We will make videos on these 2 topics and we will start teaching them in our class as well. The most important thing that one must remember now is that most of your speaking section will be humanly checked. So describe image, retell lecture, respond to a situation, and summarize group discussion. 4 topics out of 7 will be humanly checked. So we have to be very careful that the amount of template used over here is minimal. You're only taking the support of the template just to understand how to start and end your answer, but most of your answer needs to be content from the question that has been given to you. If we speak a lot of template, our responses will get flagged by the system and it then gets assigned to a human being for human check. Now we are not sure if our answers would be assigned to a human or not. Nobody has given us that guarantee. So one must prepare keeping in mind that yes, my responses will be humanly checked. That's how you need to prepare, because what if your responses do get humanly checked? Then what? So whenever you are preparing these topics, make sure that your inclination is more towards delivering the content. For describe images, I got one random image. Random image means we've taught in our classes where there is no, like, it's not a graph, it's like a randomly clicked image. So I got the food pyramid image and the others were bar graphs and line graphs. So it was a mix of all the types of images. Retell lecture, I got 2 questions and one of them had an image on the screen, the very first retell lecture. The moment you see an image on the screen, the first thing you feel is this is a describe image. But then suddenly the audio starts and you're like, oh, this was a retell lecture. So the best practice is to always read the title. Does it say you have an image or you will hear a lecture? If you see it says you will hear a lecture, no matter what you have on your screen, you do not need to focus on that image. because you need to take notes based on the audio you are listening to. You cannot convey information based on the image that is on your screen. So these sort of confusions will be created for you. It's like a trap so that you fall in it and you make mistakes. So you have to be very careful, because speaking is the very first section, and it is a very natural thing that people are nervous, anxious, especially with these changes. They're stressed. So there are high chances of people making mistakes in speaking section. So you have to be extra cautious with your speaking section. The summarized group discussion, both the questions were very similar, where there are three students talking. One of the questions was where three students are talking about an assignment that they have to submit to their professor, and they will be a little late. And then the other question was about finding a course very difficult. And then the two people said that we had done some recommended reading, that's why we felt it was easy. The other person was saying, I didn't do the recommended reading, that's why I felt that the course was tough. So this was summarized group discussion. Again, the questions were straightforward. We have made templates. I used those templates, and I felt that our templates are perfect, like a blend of the question. So we are more than happy to release those templates, but we are waiting for our results to be released so that we get that confidence that, okay, now let's share it with people out there. Let's teach them. Because no matter how many mock exams you give on Pearson, mock exams are different to the real exam of Pearson. You cannot compare these two. So you might have given 100 mock exams, but a mock exam is mock. That's why it's called mock. And no matter you get a 90 each in mock, it doesn't help you in any university on this planet. It doesn't help you in any immigration on this planet. It's always the real test results that will reap you benefits. So these two things are day and night. Doesn't matter how good scores you get in mock exam, you need to wait for the results of the real exam to be released to teach your students if it is working or not. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure we do the right thing, and we want to wait for the results before we teach you confidently that yes, this is working perfectly fine. Okay, now respond to a situation. Again, there is a title on your screen. So you will get a few seconds, around 5-7 seconds, to prepare for the title. So you have a scenario in front of you. So one of the scenario was that you have to get up early in the morning. Next morning you have your exam, you have to get up early, and your neighbor is playing loud music and having a party. So what do you tell your neighbor by, when you go to the neighbor, what do you tell them? So this was a situation given, and then they also read the question for you. So again, Manmohit and myself, we have come up with strategies as to how to deal with, respond to a situation, how to write down some important phrases related to the situation, where you get that little preparation time when they're reading the question for you, and you can write down some phrases in your notebook, so that when you actually speak your answer with the template that we have made, you can fit in those phrases, you can give them some content, and that's how you can speak and you can get your desired score. So the questions were again straightforward. The question was not something that you would listen to and be like, oh my God, I have never heard of something like this in my life. No, but to speak the answer instantly, provide them the relevant content, to maintain your fluency and pronunciation in that stress, that is challenging, for which you need a lot of practice. You need human feedback. You cannot rely on software feedback anymore. Just remember that, because when a human being, with us, how it works is every student has a separate group. Let's say, for example, your name is Rahul. So we have a separate group for you called Rahul PTE on Telegram. Now Rahul PTE will not have any other student. It only has Rahul in it with two teachers, Manmohit and myself. There's no other teacher in it. Okay. Now Rahul has to put his work regularly in his group, his speaking audios, his summaries, essay blanks, everything as per the study plan that the teachers have given him, so that we can go through his work and give him feedback that this is wrong, this is right, this looks like a template, this doesn't sound like the relevant content, we need to change it. The speed is fast, slow, etc., etc. If you are not taking feedback from a human, now there's a problem. Earlier things were different. Things are very different now. 7 topics getting checked by human being. That's not a small number. Okay. So that's how the speaking section went by. Then I transitioned to writing. I got 2 summarized written texts. So they were straightforward questions. You have to obviously identify the main ideas and write them as a summary in 1 sentence. I got 1 essay. Now you will only get 1 essay. I wrote 299 words for the essay because you have to write between 200 to 300. So I wrote 299. Now I have written 299 words. I have used our new template that we have made. We have already released that new template for essay. We have made videos on it. We also gave mock exams and we checked that we were getting a full score. So we used this template, and when we get our results, we will get an idea as to what needs to be done. But this template is like a 50-50. So 50% would be template, 50% would be content, because you have 20 minutes and in 20 minutes you have to write down an essay, which is not easy. You have to write more than 200 words. Now, if you don't have a template, the task is challenging, but you cannot only write template and expect a good result anymore. You have to give them relevant ideas. You have to give them relevant examples. You have to give them a relevant conclusion. And that's what our template does. It would give relevant ideas, examples, and conclusion. And it's a balanced structure where you write down the negative side and the positive side of the topic. Again, the essay was about students working while they should be preparing for their test, exams, and assignments in universities, and because of which they're always late in submitting their assignments. So this was my essay, a very straightforward topic because every student has gone through this challenge. So it is not something that we cannot think about. But again, what you have to understand is essay is very, very important. So your grammar is important, your sentence structure is important, your spellings are important, the way you convey your message is important. Are you repeating the same word again and again? All these things, they need to be checked. So I have obviously written the essay based on our new template. So again, when we will get the results, we'll be able to share more about it. Then transitioned into reading section. Now, reading section, we had our fill in the blanks drop down first, then MCQs, and then reorders. I got 2 MCQ single, 2 MCQ multiple, and 2 reorder questions, and then the remaining were the fill in the blanks. Then transitioned to listening, got only 1 summarized spoken text where I wrote a summary of 69 words, took 4 meaningful sentences from the audio and wrote the summary with our template. Did not change anything. The template that we are using since a long time, it's a very good template because it allows you to write a lot of content from the audio. So that was a perfect timing. Did that, got 2 MCQs single, 2 MCQs multiple, got 1 select missing word, 2 highlight correct summary, 2 highlight incorrect words, 3 fill in the blanks listening. Fill in the blanks listening, every answer was 1 word only. One of the blanks, it had 7 answers, as in 7 blanks. So it was a lengthy question. 3 write from dictations. The first and second write from dictations, they were not lengthy, 10 words each. The third write from dictation was very lengthy. It was 15 word. So that was a lengthy one. And I made sure that I do it properly with the way we teach in the class, which is 3-step strategy, taking notes, writing down the answer in the notepad that they give you of 9 pages. They will give you this notepad, they will give you 2 pens. So in your notepad, you have to make sure that you take notes. And then when I finished my last write from dictation, I had only 41 seconds left for, obviously finishing the test. So had I not been serious with my time management, I would have not made it. So when we teach listening topics in class, we exactly tell our people how much time should you be spending on MCQ, single, multiple, correct summary, select missing word. I literally had spent 5 seconds in select missing word, 5 seconds in correct summary. MCQ single, multiple is still 0 marks for reading and listening. So did not spend a single second for listening. After the audio is done, I had already selected 1 answer, click next, move on. When you are mindful of these instructions and you do not waste your time, you will never be short of time. And I took my sweet time to complete my 3 dictations. I did not rush at all. I followed my 3-step strategy. I checked my work and then clicked next. Even with my summaries, whether it was written text, spoken text, essay, Because the way we teach how to write summaries and essay, I had enough time to proofread my work, and after proofreading my work, I still had time left and I could, click next and move on. So the templates we share, those are balanced templates. It does not have a lot of template. It allows you to write a lot of content. Summarize written text, no template should be used at all. You should be writing summary based on the content given. So these things were done. The exam duration was 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it took me 2 hours and almost 10 minutes, like 5-6 minutes, because obviously summarize written text and essay, I clicked next even when I had a minute left. So I might have not used the entire 2 hour 10 minutes, but my exam was roughly around 2 hour 5 minutes. And then I finished my test and came out. I still haven't got the results yet, but once we get the results, we will definitely share those results with you. We will definitely share the template for respond to a situation, summarize group discussion, how to practice those two topics, and most importantly, take feedback from your teacher. Okay? Ask your teacher, where am I going wrong? Please highlight. Tell me where am I going wrong. We do that to our students 7 days a week, every single day. Personal one-on-one feedback, whether it is PT, whether it is NAATI, we don't care if it is Saturday, Sunday, we give them feedback. And any student who is MNMM PT NAATI student should vouch for it because they have gone through that experience. And we just want to make sure that we don't leave anyone relying on some external source out there, and nobody is there to tell them that this is wrong, fix this, and this is how it needs to be fixed. I hope you got something out of this experience. Overall, the exam has gone a little lengthy. It might be tiring, so you have to make sure that when you give the test, you are fresh. You are giving it when you are not tired, you're not sick, and give it when you are very productive. Okay, based on whenever your mind works well, that's when you should be giving it. Don't give it after having a hectic day, and if you're very tired and you're not in a position to be energetic, don't do it at that time, because you're investing your money, you are investing your time. You need to make sure that you make a note of all these small little pointers. Like, for example, I'll tell you something. When I started my listening section, I again checked my pen if it's working or not, and one of my pen was not working, and I immediately raised my hand and asked for another pen. Okay, because I know I need pen now. I will have to take notes and summarize spoken text. I will have to write down the fill in the blanks listening. I have to write down the answers in the notepad. Dictation, I have to take notes. Highlight correct summary, I have to take notes. So all these small little things, checking if you have enough pages left in your notepad or not, because they are giving you 9 pages only. And summarize group discussion, we are taking 15 phrases. 1 page is gone for 1 question. So two questions, 2 pages gone. Retell lecture, 2 pages gone for 2 questions. Respond to a situation, you need to note phrases. So around 2 pages gone, right? So you have to make sure that you have enough pages and you check all these things, because once you start the question and if anything happens, can you imagine if a dictation audio starts and your pen doesn't work? What will happen? You'll not get your score, right? So these small little things need to be done, and yes, it will help you a lot. With that, I'll take your leave and I'll see you next time. God bless all of you. Thank you.